Hello and welcome back to my Samurai Jack Retrospective. I'm your host, That Minnesotan Guy. Today is a very special day, and I am pleased to finally show this part of my show to you. I stated a long time ago that the best anthology episode of Samurai Jack won't come until Season 4. I am happy to say that the time has come to review this episode. As many of you know, Episode 49 is called The 4 Seasons of Death. It is memorable to many fans, including myself. The reason for this is because we get to see Jack throughout the 4 seasons and the dangers that they possess. I did say that I was going to take a journey and document it for you, but considering that the world is a dangerous place due to unforeseen events, I had to stay home and create a standard review. I did want to go out and do something creative, but sometimes you have to adapt. As children of the earth, we witness the seasons change many times in our lives, and so does Jack. Now let's start this review strong and end with a bang. We open in a vast desert, and the visuals so far are breathtaking to look at. We then cut to Jack in the blistering heat, and he decides to make some adjustments. It's very nice to see that Jack knows what to do in a desert. I hope he knows that there is water beneath the sand, though. We get more great visuals of the desert. Unfortunately, something is in the wind. The apparitions attack Jack, and he does his best to fight back. His efforts, though, are fruitless, and the apparitions show no limit to their rage. As the heat brings Jack down, he realizes something. They were never really there. The desert and its relentless heat can get to you like that. Art at its finest. The visuals never disappoint. Jack sees an oasis, and by sheer luck, it turns out to be real. So that was the summer section of the 4 Seasons of Death. This is a great way to start the anthology. The artistic quality of the visuals, action sequence, music, and even Jack's moments make this very enjoyable to watch. A bit short, but I can excuse that. Now let's move on to the next season. We open on a mischievous scientist gathering leaves as the wind scatters them about. He obtains a pile and runs back home. No offense, but this guy really needs to remodel his home. I would be annoyed easily over something like this. Plus, I could get injured if I make a mistake. In the lab, the scientist mashes the leaves together and mixes a variety of chemicals to create pink fluid. He then grabs a special mixer, waits for the fan, and then gathers some flowers for the mixer. While bee stings may be helpful, don't try to eat one like the scientist just did. Trust me, nothing good comes out of eating a live bee. The scientist returns to his lab, waiting for the fan again. He puts the special mixer in a machine and prepares the fluid, which is now blue. The special mixer creates 2 pills, and the scientist gets out a blender to create a toxin. Whoa, the scientist made the toxin pure. That's tar grade. He's an artist. I wonder if the scientist got his training from Heisenberg himself. Heisenberg! Heisenberg! The scientist waits for the fan again and later finds a well where he pours in the toxin. Excited, he hides in a nearby bush awaiting a potential victim. Jack arrives as the scientist watches and stops by the well for a drink. This is getting bad. I'm worried. Well, that is reassuring. Jack pretends to drink the water and fakes his death as the scientist watches. The scientist approaches, and then this happens. I'm not exactly sure if that death is supposed to be painless or not. Jack destroys the well so that others don't suffer the same fate. So that was the fall section of the 4 Seasons of Death. I liked it. The focus on the scientist was a good change, and the lack of music makes this section emphasize on how quiet the season of autumn is for many people. Now let's move on to the next season. We open on a tribe of warriors as they work hard in the depths of the mountain to create a powerful weapon. The process involves throwing crystals in lava, forging the weapon, and throwing it down a pit which freezes the weapon in a block of ice, thawing out the weapon, heating it with the fires of a dragon, making it sharp, and imbuing it with lightning. This entire sequence reminds me of the scenes in Isengard, where Saruman is working to build an army. Thankfully, Tartakovsky has the willpower to not rip off Peter Jackson. The leader of the tribe places the sword in stone, and a great battle between the warriors takes place to determine who is the strongest. Only one remains in the end and claims the power. One question must be answered now. Is this power strong enough against Jack's sword? So that was the winter section of the 4 Seasons of Death. This one is definitely the weakest. Not much to really write home about. Now let's move on to the final season. Jack walks by some thorns. Fresh flowers and green, the sign of something good.
I see you. I see inside of you a gentle soul, a compassionate heart, a warrior's spirit, selfless service. It is in your nature to sacrifice all for what is right, forever giving. You are a hero.
Well,
But what replenishes you?
That moment is so artistically impressive that I am at a loss for words.
You have suffered for far too long. I have come to give you nourishment, to provide for you. You are tired, weary of battle. Like a weight upon your shoulders, your quest offers you no peace.
There is truth to her words. I can't deny that.
There is water to drink and food to eat. Be at peace, young servant. Be at peace. Is it not true that even the gods must rest from time to time?
It is true.
And you are not a god.
No.
Then why deny yourself? It serves no purpose.
This section is so beautiful. I see nothing but art, and that is a great thing. My eyes could use a little more. Praise Toonami. This section is amazing. I think I want to spend the rest of this episode looking at nothing but the art. Aku! Jack, you must keep moving forward. Snap out of it! The woman attempts to trap Jack, but Jack fights back. Before he can hurt the woman, the green vanishes, and Jack escapes.
Watch out! Back to back, back, check, 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 watch
That ending is something to wonder about. Perhaps the woman was testing Jack to see if he was willing to continue his quest. Since Jack broke the enchantment and passed, I'm willing to believe that. I have heard some theories about this ending, and to be honest, they're quite interesting to hear. Anyway, that was the spring section of the 4 Seasons of Death. Great artistic quality and music for the eyes and ears. I hope many of you agree with me on that. This section is the best because it not only teaches a great lesson, but it shows why Samurai Jack will always be one of television's best-looking shows of all time. This anthology episode is one of the best episodes that this show has to offer, and I want to add it as a personal favorite of mine. Join me next time when I review episode 50. Now just remember, folks, I make this show for fun. I'm That Minnesotan Guy, bringing you all quality entertainment since 1996. Or is it 1986 or 1976? I don't know. I'll see y'all next time.